Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Majestic Collectibles. Hey, what did I buy? What did I find? I don't know. I'll have to think of a snappy title. Well, I haven't thought of that yet. I'll come up with something, though. So, this just came in yesterday afternoon. And, hey, Jeremy, you're probably watching this and wonder why I wasn't at the short box trade night last night. This is why. So I'm just telling you, don't yell at me, man. You'll hurt my feelings. So I was a little busy. There's a new comic book store open like I don't know, mile and a half from me, and I haven't been there yet. I haven't had a chance to get down there. They had a trade night last night, and I was planning on going, but this came up, so I didn't. So what this is a nice little Silver Age collection. I don't know the number of books. Probably, I don't know, a couple of long boxes, more or less. All DC, well, mostly DC, and a little bit of Gold Key and Charlton in there. I haven't sorted it. I've got to go through and process this. They all need to be rebagged and reboarded. But this is how I got it. This is how it came in the tubs. So I just thought I'd show it to you quick. And we'll go through it and you can see what I got. I got, it's all over the place. I got some really, really rough books, and I probably got a handful of VF books. So it was a lot of fun to go through. Thank you, Mark. Mark is the collector that curated this collection for, probably close to 60 years, 55 years. And he sent me an email and invited me over to his place. And we had a really good chat. In fact, I was there about 4 hours. And I'd pull out a comic book and he'd tell me exactly who did the cover, who drew the interior. Incredibly knowledgeable. It was a lot of fun. So thank you, Mark, for inviting me over to your home and selling me this wonderful collection. I'm going to pull this first tub down here. If you guys get a chance, hey, click like, hit subscribe. Let me know somebody's watching anyway. Let me know what you think of the collection on it. And I'm just going to start. Most of these were sorted, but they kind of got a little bit jumbled up when I put them in the tubs. We consolidated, I don't know, it must have been 6 or 7 tubs. We consolidated it down to 4. So I'm just going to start. Most of these were sorted by title, which is really nice. I don't have to go through and sort these out by title, because that gets old really, really quick. And just a lot of brilliant colors on these books. Very well taken care of for the most part. And, he was a reader. He read these things. He'd tell me, oh, that has this story. That has that story. And you know what? He was right every single time. So he really knew his stuff. And that's a lot of fun when you talk to somebody that's like-minded. And some of these are VG. There's a pretty rough copy. You can see it's got a lot of issues, but a good reader copy. I think everything is absolutely complete. There's a few loose centerfolds, which is, when you get 60 years old, something's going to fall apart on it. But yeah, it was really nice. Had some really classic covers like that one. A lot of, he was a big Nick Cardy fan. So if you're not familiar with Nick Cardy, yeah, you should look him up. He had a lot of really, really good covers for a long time in this era. And got some Joe Kubert stuff. And just another classic cover. And not all these titles are something people are looking for. Another Kubert cover, which is unfortunate because this era of DC versus maybe the 15-cent stuff and the 30-cent stuff, really, really good writing. Even their second-tier books, I always like that cover. Even their second-tier books, they really put a lot of effort into this stuff. Cover art, story art, they really did. There weren't a whole lot of throwaway comics, DC titles at that time. They did come later. That's another great cover. Very 60s, kind of that mod cover, a little bit of a gray tone. That's a Nick Cardy cover right there. He was kind of the Jim Steranko for DC, if you want to look at it that way. But he's not as well known at all. And that's unfortunate, because there's a lot of really, really good stuff in there. And there's a list. I'll take that out. And did have quite a few Bat books in here, which was nice. Of course, I'm a Batman. Whoops, that one stuck together. I'm a Batman fan, so I mean, you know, I am a little bit biased here. And just and this is all the detective stuff was post Alien of the Month. So right after they had the after Bob Kane basically turned the license over to DC. Now, a lot of people don't realize that the original Batman stuff came out of Bob Kane Studios. So Bob Kane would hire, Bill Finger or Shelley Moldoff or whoever it was, and they drew the book for Bob, and then Bob would send it in to DC. So this was kind of the first time DC had full control of the character from a story and art perspective. And instead of doing the aliens coming down from wherever every month, they really changed him back to a detective. And Batman was not doing well there at the end of the 10-cent era. And so Carmine Infantino, which did a lot of these covers, they rewrote it, and they did a fantastic job and really saved the title, to be honest with you, because it was heading nowhere. Another classic cover right there on that detective. Whoops. Haven't dropped one yet. Another classic cover, Standing Over the City. Just some really, really great covers from the era. Great storylines from the era. That one's a little rough. But just some really good stuff. And I know a lot of people, it's all Marvel. Basically from 1961 or 2 on up. Don't sell yourself short on the DC stuff, guys. It's a very affordable right now. Even some of the nicer grade books, even the Bat books, I think are very affordable compared to Spider-Man, Avengers, Captain America. And they're great stories, read them. That's what these things were designed for. They're a very good read. I don't have a ton of key stuff. So that's one thing that I don't have a lot of. And that's okay. You always like the key books. Man, that's just a brilliant cover. I'd have to look it up. I was thinking that was Bernie Wrightson, but I'm not sure if it says. No, it didn't say there. Maybe it's a Neil Adams. But you can see just some really, really good covers in this era. And I love them. I love them. This is Bronze Age, so getting a little newer. So this is funny. I was waiting to run across it. So this price tag, that's my price tag. So back a long time ago, I was in an antique mall here in Des Moines called Majestic Line. I was there for 13 years. And this dealer number tells me, because I've got a different dealer number now that I'm in the Brass Armadillo. So that dealer number tells me that he bought this book, 10 plus years ago. Could have been even longer than that, but he actually bought that from my booth. So that was kind of fun. That was a lot of fun. That was a very early comic I bought as a kid. I had to talk my parents into spending 60 cents, because I think it was 20 or 25 cents for the regular sized issue at the time. Maybe it was 30, I can't remember now, but I had to talk him into that, and that was one of my all-time favorite books as a kid. And there's another one, and that was another one he bought for me, right there, for $2, low grade, fair. Another classic cover. So this has just been a killer collection. Very, very enjoyable just for me as a collector and a hobbyist, not just, you know, from a dealer standpoint. It's just fun to see this stuff and see these covers. And some of these books, you can tell, you know, they're probably right around fine, VG to fine on a lot of them. Not all of them, but a fair number of them. You know, very clean, not a lot of writing, not a lot of damage. It says water spots. That was a problem kind of throughout the collection. Most of the water damage was very light. Not a lot of books with long creases, although there are some. It's certainly not a crease-free collection, but a lot of these like this, you know, just really, really solid mid-grade copies. And it's great for collectors. It's great as a dealer. It's just fun all the way around. I always like that one. Call me master. You will notice one thing that's not on a lot of these books. You're not seeing a lot of classic villain covers. You know, you're not seeing a lot of Penguin covers, no Joker covers, not a lot of Riddler. Now, I don't have a complete run, so there are a few in there. But from this era, that New Age Batman up through, you know, the early to mid 70s, really focused on Batman being a detective. It was a very down-to-earth, I always love that cover too, very down-to-earth writing and approach to things, and it really worked. It was really fantastic. So I'm going to put these back, and if you guys, hey, if you guys are going to be around, I've got the flea market in Spirit Lake over Labor Day weekend. It's Saturday, Sunday, and half of Monday up at Spirit Lake, Iowa. Come and see me, Dickinson County Fairgrounds. 2 weeks after that, I'll be in the QuadCon Des Moines at the Merle Hay Mall in Des Moines, Iowa, and that's, I think, the 24th, 25th of September. So you can come see me there, and these are all, those two are free shows, so you don't have to pay any admission or anything like that. And then I'll be in the Capital City Card Convention, the National Trading Card Convention. Never been there before. Well, I attended the first two, but I've never set up as a dealer. So really looking forward to that. I know there's an admission to that. I don't know what it is. You'd have to look it up. But I've got a lot of shows. I've got one open weekend in September is all. So this is right up my alley. So you guys that have been watching this know I'm into horror and sci-fi. Dead Man and Phantom Stranger are two of my all-time favorite DC characters. So this was really a lot of fun. I have not run into a large quantity of Strange Adventures of any type, Dead Man or without Dead Man or anything. So this was a lot of fun. I've got to check. Pretty sure that's a Neil Adams cover. Got to check and make sure. I think that's Neil too, and see if I have these, because I think I can upgrade almost all my copies on that Strange Adventure. So those probably won't be for sale. These probably won't be for sale. These are a little rougher. You might not be able to tell it. Long crease on that one, a lot of spine stress, little bit of a gray tone look. Huge Adam Strange fan. Adam Strange and Space Ranger, which was Tales of the Unexpected in that. But this was right up my alley. So it was really nice talking with Mark about this stuff. Most people, it's all, you know, Batman, Superman, Spider-Man, and it was fun. It was just a lot of fun, you know, talking about this sci-fi stuff. So really enjoyed that. And just some stunning covers again. It's a really underestimated cover era for DC. It's just, I don't think, is respected or valued as much as I guess, you know, the Marvel stuff, or even some Dell and Goldkey, which did have killer covers. Now, that's a great cover. That's a book, actually. I've got a couple copies but they're really rough. It's a really dark cover. 99% sure this is better than the one I've got. It's probably only a VG because there's some color rubbing on it, but I don't care. I don't care. I love it. It's absolutely awesome. So I think what I'm going to do, guys, because this is going to take forever, I'm going to break these videos up. So look for other videos for this collection. I think I'll do one video per tub, so there'll be 4 videos. Otherwise, this is going to be like an hour long. And at my age, I don't have that patience. And I'm sure a lot of you guys watching it don't have that patience either. Good cover. Now, here's one I never got into. It was kind of on a rift of Mad Magazine, that kind of thing. Joe Orlando cover. So again, they put a lot of effort into it. No idea who they might be parodying on this cover. I suppose, you know, that's a great mystery. It was actually a well-written book. I've read them. They were well done. It's just not my kind of humor or my kind of book. Not a great, you know, not a very valuable book, but a really good cover. I'm not familiar with Howie Post. Batlash. So, I am not a Western guy. A very well done book. This is in Showcase. He had some of his own later on, but a well done book. Joe Kubert. Story was alright. I like the cover. Same here. I think the cover was killer. Kubert cover. But I don't know. I didn't get much out of those. Nobody's really collecting them, and I can't give you a good reason to collect them other than the covers. Covers are pretty good on them. Some Bug-Eyed Monster stuff. These aren't too hard to find. That one's not a hard book to find, although it has moved up a little bit in price, which it wasn't. I don't think it was anything super expensive ever. And let's see, I've still got, I'm going to grab all the, well, maybe I'm not. No, there's too many. Okay, so it looks like I got at least one more title yet, and this was interesting. This is another line I don't see big chunks of. When I get a collection in, I see 3, 4, 5, 6 Flash books from this era. So, yeah, I was very pleased. These are lower grade. That stands out a little more because it's a black cover, but this is probably one of the lower grade of the big title runs, and there are some nice books. They're not all junk. Don't get me wrong, but these were well loved, well read. That one's got a weird sun shadow, so like everything was covered on the cover except that. So usually it's the opposite, where you'd have one bright spot and everything else faded because something was sitting on it. So that was kind of interesting. I don't know how that happened. And you can see there's a little bit of silverfish damage down there. But again, a lot of great covers. I think Carmine Infantino did an awful lot of these for quite a while. And you can see there's one with Jay Garrick. I didn't get too much of the crossover stuff. So I don't know if that was ever part of the collection or it was sold off at one time. I can't tell you. I don't know that. But like the 123 with the dual flashes isn't in here. The wedding issue is. And you can see there's a little staining there. He did a really good job on those notes up there. So and that actually sped things up because, you know, I did look through probably half the books for centerfolds being loose, but he had already done about half of them. So that was very helpful. I don't know, that was still one of the weirdest Flash covers I've ever seen. I read the story, I don't remember it. But I just thought, you know, of all the great Flash covers in that era, that was just kind of, I don't know, it was a bit of a dud for me, I guess. That was kind of Alien of the Month stuff. Or pretty close to it. I like that one because he's reading the Flash comic, so that's really cool. You can tell there's like a horror sci-fi theme with a little bit of it. Great cover. Always like the samurai cover. That's another great cover. It's lower grade. It's got a stain. Boy, great cover though. Very classic cover. And some of these, you know, as we get newer, the condition does get better on them, and that's pretty typical throughout the collection. You know, where the newer the books got, the better they are. Kind of a cool Kid Flash cover. Whoops. I'll put these down right there. You know, just a great run of Flash. Again, I rarely see so many of them together. This is a really nice book. This one's probably, I don't know if it's going to make VF, but it would be fine, very fine, I think. And so is that one. So these last, a few of these last ones, not everyone, but a few of these last Flash books are really, really, really nice. Really, really decent. We're good on a roller derby cover. Everybody needs roller derby. And, whoop. You know, my flashes fell over there. No casualties. Nice thing about having a big table. This is kind of unusual. I don't think it's anything valuable, but it's not a giant size I see. I see a lot of the Superman, Batman, and even some of the other odd titles, but I see very few Flash giant size books. And that's the last one. That's the last Flash. Great cover on it. So that's it for tub number 1, guys. Check out the other videos for the Silver Age collection. I'll get them up as quick as I can. Won't be all in the same day, I can tell you that right now. But I'll get them up as quick as I can. You know, look us up on eBay and social media, Majestic Collectibles. And thanks for watching.